Okay, hi Joanna. Um, I'm going to show you what I found, and it's kind of interesting. Maybe you'll be able to see the significance in this or not, but this is how my mind works. So I was reading your post, and I made a comment right down here, right? 60-year-old who loves, that was talking about me. Then I came to this video, and I watched this video. Giving for success is actually a biblical perspective. I didn't see that until after the fact. So what was the fact that I'm talking about? Well, watching this video, and let me see, wait, where is it? Watch it again. There was a day that I became wealthy. Oh, there we go. Tony Robbins. Really good. I like that. And the reason it spoke to me is because today I'm working on trying to get money to Nigeria to a friend that was in need. And so I believe the Lord was just encouraging me that giving, even out of your need, is a good thing. So I wanted to help him. And yeah, so that was an encouraging message for me. It was like right on point. It was really good. A whole lot in there spoke to me. So then when I saw that, I was reminded of the 17 up here. I said, that's interesting. What is there something significant about that 17? So I just did a random search and looked for the number 17 to see what it means. So let's see if I can spread this out. Make this bigger. Is it going to work? I have to pause it, make it bigger. Oh, there we go. No, that's not it. Hold on. I mean, I could probably clean this up a bit. Let's minimize this. So can I make this bigger? I can just move it. Well, let's see if I pause it. So I just typed in the meaning of 17. The Bible has, God's favorite word, 7, number 7 and completeness and stuff like that. So I want to know what the number 17, if it had any meaning. Revelation, in time. When I saw that, I like, wait a minute, that's cool. Because earlier today, I read something you mentioned in a comment you made on one of my posts about in time, something about, oh, watch, you'll see, hold on. Yeah, here you go. You mentioned the beast. I'm like, wow, isn't that interesting? And you mentioned Revelations, and you mentioned the beast. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. So maybe this was kind of bring me over here. So I started looking at the number 17, and it's associated with victory, the restoration of all things, spiritual perfection, a perfect order. At the first time the number occurs in the Bible is significant. So we go look at the first time it occurred in the Bible, according to this article, Genesis 7:11. And it says, in the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, the 17th day of the month, on the day all the fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of heaven were open. I'm like, wow, that's cool. So what does that mean? Then we see another one here, the 7th day of the month, on the Mount of Ararat. The ark rested in the 7th month and the 17th day. Wow, specifically. Wow, 17, 17. Wow, that's pretty cool, right? So it has to do with new beginnings and stuff like that. God doing his thing. That's what I'm getting out of this. God prevailed over the sinners of the earth was restored. God returned the earth to perfection on the 17th. Jesus resurrected on the 17th. And so I'm like, wow, look at all this. This is pretty significant. Why? So I'm reading this. And then I got down here. And so it's just like so many things are coming together. And here's the next one that caught my attention. 17 is a combination of 7 plus 10, right? So, okay. 72 equals perfection and completeness. We believe that. 10, perfect order. Okay, I can go with that. 7 magnified is 17. So we're seeing this 17 thing. And then it came down here and said Elijah's number is 17. Elijah appeared in the 17th chapter of 1 Kings. I'm like, whoa. Jesus made a comment about the coming Elijah in Matthew chapter 17. I said, okay, wow, that is pretty significant, right? So it's talking about the end times. It's talking about the end times, 17, right? So we go back up here and we look at the end times, 17, the end, but it also produces, it's also part of a beginning. I'm like, oh, that's cool. It could be the end and the beginning. I'm like, wow, okay, so I see down here, it's talking about Elijah has to come before the king comes. And Elijah's number is 17. Jesus made a comment about the coming Elijah, Matthew 17. And Matthew 17, and his disciples asked him, saying, why then do the scribes say that Elijah must come first? Jesus answered and said unto them, indeed, Elijah is coming first, and will restore all things. So Elijah has to come first. 17 has to come first. So then, I'm looking at this, Elijah, 17. What does that ring a bell? And then I remember what Jonathan Cahn taught, that Washington, Jezebel, Baal worship is all active in Washington, D.C. I'm like, oh my Lord, what is going on here? So just a gist of what I'm saying and what I'm seeing is that something is happening. And we know that. We see that something is happening. But it's this is God's work. This 17 is God's work. God is doing a work. He closed the door. He brought the flood. This is God's doing a work. God is doing a work. It's ending and it's a beginning. And notice that the windows of heaven was open. Right? In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, the 17th day of the month, on the day all the fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened. God's work. So you mentioned 17. Wow. Then I mentioned, I know a 60-year-old. Remember I put that? I know a 60-year-old. I was talking about myself. So I said, 60, 17? I wonder if there's anything here relating to that. And then I see here, in the 600th year of Noah's life. Huh? So let's go down here and take the 10. This time let's multiply it. 10 times 60 is 600. So we take the 600 and the 17, and we have a 600 and the 10-7 and the 10 times 600 together. We have those two numbers, 17 and 60, being put together. And here it is right here, together in Genesis chapter 7 and 11. I'm like, wow. And then, this is what else I noticed. Let me see if I can show you this. So, I'm going to show you, I'm going to put a link to Jonathan Cahn's video if you haven't seen it, why Elijah is rising up in these last days to come against the spirit of Jezebel. And he's going to show you how Jezebel and Balaam or Baal worship is happening in D.C. And so this is incredible. So what do you think of this? I mean, I'm just stumbling all over this thing, but I'm just saying. So anyway, look at today's date. Today's date is 5/17/2021. So we have the 17 and the 2 together again. Wait, you can't see that, can you? But let me see if I can get that over there to you so you can see it. Let's see if I can get my video back over here. Let's see. Where is it? Here we go. No, I can't show you that. It's not showing on the screen. It's behind it. Okay. Oh, today's date. Oh, well, that's going to be on your thing. Let's go back over there. So let's go back over to, there you go. Does it shows today's date here? It doesn't. Okay, but today's date is 17 and 2 together again. So, but hey, I want you to see something else. So I'm playing with these numbers. So whenever I see numbers together, like repeating themselves, if I'm in this type of mode where I become hyper, I start to see patterns and I start putting things together. And then I notice here we got 5, 5, 5, 5. I said, okay, so what kind of numbers does that mean? Does that have any significance? So I went and put that number in. And here's what I got from those numbers. Oh, here we go. This is the one that caught my attention up here. Patience, harmony, and balance, the desired improvements you are working on the process of manifesting. So that was important to me because the gentleman I was talking to, I, out of the blue, told him to be patient and that everything is going to work out. Even though we may have some difficulty getting there, it's going to happen. He's getting what he desired from the Lord. Peace, harmony, and patience. Your intentions are coming to reality, but requires patience. So I don't know what this all means about angels and stuff like that, but does that speak to what I'm experiencing now? Yeah, it does. So I'm gonna accept that. And then I went to the Bible, right? And I'm like, what was created on the fifth day? So what did God create on the fifth day? And he created those animals that were in the sea and those that were above. So we have God working on that which is above and that which is beneath. So God, what does that mean? Be fruitful and multiply. That's not on the fifth day, right? And God saw that the good. Oh, he told them to multiply and fill the waters in the sea. God bless them. Be fruitful and multiply and fill the waters in the sea and let fowl multiply on the earth. Birds to fly above. Wow, cool. The sea and above the earth, the air. So what does this all mean? I have no idea except for the fact that God is at work doing a new thing. And I don't even know if I'm going to share this because I am all over the place and I really don't know what this means. But I just see it. I just see so many things happening. 555, are you ready for change? What kind of change? God is doing a new thing. He's doing the work. He's making changes. Maybe he's going to overthrow our wicked government and bring in a righteous government. That's what I seem to be hearing too. But anyway, it's just my ramblings and what I saw. It's not look at this. Beast, Revelations, 17, uh, Elijah, and today's date is 17/2/2/17. I mean 5/17/2020. You put that together, you got 17/2. This is amazing. Like, what does all this mean? I think I had an image of that one, but anyway. I know you're gonna sit to hear through all this rambling, but that was good. Yes, I love that. Okay, don't know where I'm gonna share this, but wow. Interesting. That's all I can say.